What up, everybody? How's everybody doing here? Let's go. Morning, Paul. How you doing, buddy? I was just checking to make sure the golf is working. Everything's working. How you doing, Mark? Trying to get this day going, guys. I'm going to be a little busy today, so we'll see what we could get on to this morning. Then probably later tonight, I'll get some more gaming on, too. We pulled out the T. Schmitty, though. I did change up my rigs. I got a load of laundry to do and a couple things to do around the house, and I promised my kid I'd take care of do some stuff with him today, so gonna be busy here in a little bit. But till then, we're gonna relax, get our dab on. We got some Dr. Pepper Zero, got some water. Gonna be hydrated. Oh yeah. But yeah, it's fun getting this golf on, Paul. You kicked my butt yesterday. I owe you one. Uh, let's see, what should we dab here today? I got all these diamonds. I'm gonna try this blackberry one more time. I'm out of wavy, I just realized. I'll soup some more wavy tomorrow too, probably. And I hope these shops come up with some better shit. Gonna end up back in the lab. Hey, it is Sunday. Maybe we'll be able to get Brian and or Shido over here tonight. We got a diamond dab here. Little saucy. Yeah, we'll definitely get it on again. I'm enjoying this game. I think I'm gonna enjoy it more once we get our guys souped up, maxed out. That was always when I really started kicking ass at the golf game. Once you get your player completely maxed out on everything, then you can really go for those low rounds. My putting and my short game's all fucking wonky right now. If I don't hit a good second shot into the green, I'm usually in trouble. Get your nails out, loaded bowl, George, bunch, turn on your vaporizers, pour your beers, pour your shots, get your dabs ready, whatever you like to do. We're gonna get hydrated this morning. I actually started this video when the sun was out already. Hydrated. Yeah, I saw there's a whole bunch of new shit I could get for my character. I saw that when I got on this morning. I think my character looks just fine the way he is. All right, guys. Ooh, this is gonna be a good dab here for this morning. I'm down to game, Paul. I got time. I got at least an hour. Ugh. All right, get your nails out, loaded bowl, short, don't about turn on your vaporizers, pour your beers, pour your shots, whatever you'd like to do. Yeah, do it, Paul. I just wanted to make sure my character was online, everything was working. So everything looks pretty good. We'll get a match going pretty soon. I was making sure my sound was working too. I keep having that issue with my sound every now and then. So quite for sure on what the hell that is. I think it's an eCam issue. All right. Wake up, Nick. Wake up. How you doing, AJ? AJ, Mark, Paul? Our Wake and Bake crew is here. Just missing Alex. Dank should be here. I think Dank said he was sick the other day too, so hopefully it didn't get worse. Everybody, it's been a weird year for sicknesses. I didn't get real sick. I haven't been feeling 100% a couple times, but Gear knows how Little Bulls are for a turn on your vaporizer. Four beers, four shots. Here we go. All right, come on. I got you, Bodie. First one of the day, baby. Hey, drive by. Oh shit. Whew. Yeah, I pulled this one out. It's a T. Schmitty 4-barrel recycler. Whew. Holy shit! I'm gonna have to let that one settle in for a second. Alright. It's honestly one of my more, mundane rigs. If you see some of my sessions, I mean, you gotta figure my cup rig's crazier, my infinity tube's crazier, my Metatron's crazier, probably my Synergy's crazier, my Geodome's a little bit crazier. This is one of my more tame rigs I got, but it is sick. I like it because it's all fumed out. It only has like 3 holes on the bottom, so it gives you a ton of flavor, but it also clogs pretty easily. So this one usually can only come out for about a day or so, then it'll have to get cleaned up and put back. Yeah, this one is, not only is it my more basic rig, it probably is my more cheap rig. I'm guessing maybe 350, 100, $350, maybe 400, I don't know. Probably something like that. It isn't too crazy. It might be more. I could be wrong. That might be the price I paid for it back in the day. I don't know. I'd have to talk to Sheeta, but I think that's roughly how much it'd be worth. Damn it, Dink. Uh, well, I'll be pulling them out. Every couple days I pull out a rig. So I got like a lot of Earl Juniors. I got like 5 Earl Juniors. So I got like the Geodome, the Infinity Tube, the Synergy, the Metatron. Yeah, I mean, I think if you go back in one of my lives, I pulled out all the Earl Juniors on one of my lives. I don't like to pull out too many of them. You got to figure. I mean, some of my Earl Juniors are like 3 to 6 thousand dollars. So, like, I think my Earl Junior collection alone's closer to like $25,000. So it isn't something I like pulling every single rig out and risk breaking that much glass. But every now and then, if I get stupid, I might start pulling out more than one rig. Yeah, exactly. Well, that's just the Earl Juniors. I Yeah, I don't know. It's a good amount of money. It's something when you clean the glass, you just gotta make sure honestly, almost every single rig I broke in my life, well, 90% of them I broke when I was cleaning them because they slipped out of my hands, so 2 hands on them. The infinity tube's kinda like a bubble, so that one's real slippery, so I'm really cautious with that one. That one's also one of my more expensive rigs. Ugh. Yeah, maybe one day I'll do a show and tell. Probably during the week when everybody's no I'm kinda got a lot of time and I can kinda go nice and slow. Ugh. Alright, let's do one more and then we'll get a game on here. Then we'll do dab and game, dab and hold and dab. Well, especially if I pull it out here, I'm out in the living room and I got it on one of these fucking cheap little, TV tables. That's a lot of money. Do a backflip. We played Calamity. I hated that course. That's the one Paul beat me on. Let's see. What course? I'll do a dab here in a second. I'm just picking a course. Oakmont. Yeah, this one looks like a British style course. What the fuck is going on? What shoes have I been on? Am I connected? What shows have I been on? A lot. CSI New York, CSI Miami, Law and Order SVU, Criminal Minds, Franklin and Bash, the new 90210. Fuck. Weeds. I'd have to think. There's a lot of shows. A lot of the basic shows that are filmed out here in LA. I almost was on almost any of them. You got to figure CSI New York and CSI Miami are both filmed out here, even though it says New York and Miami. Miami, we filmed actually in Long Beach, and New York, we filmed downtown LA. Like I said, I was in a lot of these LA Order ones. I don't know how many different LA laws and orders and Criminal Minds, and all these have like different letters behind them. All these CSI ones. I was a cop in a lot of episodes, to be honest with you. The new 90210, I did a little surfing in it. I did some rollerblading in it. Weeds, I think I was in the background of it. There were some I was in that are pilots that never even got aired. Yeah, that's fine. I was just going to say, maybe I'll throw that room code. I'll do a dab here. I'm going to do a dab here. I'll throw you the room code real quick. YB8JKY4. Now, I was just a background extra. I did get into SAG and AFTRA union, and I was SAG and AFTRA union, but I never got anything like that. Usually to get that, you have to get like, you got to have words usually or something. I mean, I had back-to-back roles in different ones. When I was in CSI New York, I was a clown in an episode, and I had to come back, and they had to redo the clown makeup and shit like that. Nothing like that. I mean, all for background extra work, usually you just get paid exactly 1 week from the day you work. So if you work on a Wednesday, you get paid on the next Wednesday. And if you work on, say you work Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday that week, the next week you're going to get a paycheck on Tuesday, then you're going to get another one on Wednesday and another one on Thursday. And then it also got paid where we got paid daily. So up to 8 hours, we got regular time. 8 to 10 hours, we got like time and a half, and then like 10 or 10 on, we got double time or 12 on. I forget, it's something like that. We also got paid extra if there was any kind of smoke in the room, if there was rain in the room, if they skipped our lunch. Hey, Paul, you got to turn your pin position to pin 1. Paul's on pin 3, I just know. But let's do a dab real quick. But when you become sagging after, which is cool, see if you're not sagging after and you're on set and say they skip your lunch, they could skip your lunch the entire day. So say we're working 16-hour days, you get no lunch the whole day and you only get 50 bucks. But if you're sagging after, we got paid $50 every 30 minutes they didn't give us a lunch. So if we were on there, if they didn't give us lunch for say, you know what, 4 hours, that's an extra lot of money. Same, and we got paid. I don't think you usually got money unless you're sagging after for smoke or water either. So when you're sagging after, you get all these extra bonuses for different shit. So that's the cool thing about it. But usually no residuals. You don't get any of that unless you're on like a commercial or maybe you know, and even you don't have to. A lot of times you have to have words in it and stuff and this, that, and the other. That's why if you say anything in the TV shows, they'll get mad at you because they don't want to have to pay you anything. All right, get your nails hot. Later, boys. Roy Jones, Roy, turn on your vaporizers. Pour your shots. We're going to try some of this blueberry. But yeah, I was a cop in a lot of them. That's why I was in like CSI New York, CSI Miami shows, Franklin and Bash. Franklin and Bash, I was a correction officer. So I usually was like a cop or a correctional officer. And since I'm like 5'10", well, at least back then, I'm still just 5'10", but I was 5'10", about 155 pounds, and I had a 32-inch waist. I was able to fit in all the cop clothes. So having an average size made it easy for me to get booked on everything. Play a clip for us? I don't have any clips. The only one you could probably even remotely see me and I had makeup on was, CSI New York, the clown episode, but I had makeup on. You gotta understand, as a background actor, a lot of times, one, they told us the TV shows was coming on, and, like, when you get filming on an episode, it didn't get aired for 6 months later, 6 to 9 months later, and I didn't watch almost any of those TV shows, so I'd always forget it, and I wouldn't know, and then sometimes they'd say, "Hey, you're gonna be on the 2nd episode of the year," and then they change the order of it, and you're actually on the 8th episode of the year, so you never even really know what episode you're gonna be on, and then, like, even in episodes like Franklin and Bash, I was on a scene with Mark Paul Gosselaar and Breckin Meyer, and we were at a jail, and we were walking down the hallway of the jail, and I'm a correction officer walking with the 2 lawyers to their client or whatever, and they kept moving me farther and farther, and then when the episode aired, you couldn't even see me in it, and even episodes that I knew where I was so far back, and they would do that, you know, where they kinda blur out the background, you know, what is it called in a camera, you know? You do it in your regular cameras sometimes. Usually 9 times out of 10, you're blurred out. If you guys don't believe me, go watch any TV show and try to pay attention to all the background actors. They're almost always blurred out. I always have a fun time paying attention to them because they always will say, "Pretend you're eating and talking," and you just see these guys repeating the same stuff over and over again like a robot sometimes in the background. Because, like I said, when I was, on, New York, when I was the clown, I had to jump out of a car. We pulled in, the cops pulled a gun on me, and I was like, because I'm scared of guns. I had to deal with guns back in my day, and I was the only one acting real, and everybody else wasn't. And the director and producer was getting mad at everybody. He said, "If a cop pulls a gun on you, aren't you going to react?" Because everybody else would just hop out of the car and they'd be like, "Freeze!" And they're like, and I was like, I actually was freaking out, like you're supposed to. But yeah, I really don't have any clips or anything. Sorry. You, like I said, I guarantee I could probably pull up because I know if you type in CSI New York, um, clown episode with, who was that actor? The guy from, Forrest Gump. Anyway, you could pull it up and they have like it's like a 1 or 2-minute clip of that, you know how they do the clip of that episode? You see me in it. I'm sitting there on the sidewalk. I look right up at the camera because they actually surprised me. I didn't know they were doing a walkthrough with the camera. They just told all of us clowns to sit down, and I thought they were kinda getting a next shot ready. I didn't know they were actually filming, and so they came walking by with the camera, and I looked right into the camera lens. I was like, "That ain't gonna be used." Sure enough, it was used. All right, let's do this, guys. We'll do this. Get our game on. Get load your boats, roll down, turn on your vaporizers, pour your beers, pour your shots. Yeah, exactly. Captain Dan. He is such a nice guy too. He was on set. He got pictures with all of us clowns. I wish I had like. I mean, this was a long time ago, guys. This was 13. This was like right before I started my YouTube and shit. And I had an old cell phone back then, and I don't have it. I've since went through a million phones since then. But that old cell phone of mine had pictures of like me with like him. He would take pictures of us with me with a lot of my different wardrobes on for different movies or TV shows and shit. Why did I stop? I started growing weed and shit, and it was just I moved. I was in Redondo Beach when I first started doing it, and I moved down to, Long Beach, and it's just a long drive. A lot of the shows I mean, I was in when I was at CSI Miami, it was in Long Beach, but most of them are in, like, North LA and shit, so it's, like, a long drive, and most of my sets, I had to be on set by, like, 5 in the morning, and a lot of them wouldn't be done till 7 in the evening, and with rush hour traffic and shit, if it got done at 5, 6 in the evening, it's gonna be another 2-hour drive home. It was just a bitch at a time. My wife just didn't think it was gonna be worth it continuing. I might eventually kinda get back into it, but, I started growing weed and just selling weed and shit. I got to stay around the house, didn't have to go as far. Also, it's always hit or miss. So a lot of times when you go through central casting or extra management sometimes will call you, but a lot of times you got to call this 800 number, and then it's a recording, and it'll have these different what do they call them? Casting directors, and they'll be like, "Hey, we're looking for a person. He's got to be 5'10", white, 160 pounds, 32-inch waist, and if you fit the characteristics, you give him a call back. Sometimes they'll even just say something as simple as he has to be able to skateboard or he has to be able to rollerblade. And I'll have all that in my bio. Like I can juggle, devil stick, rollerblade. And so if you can do that, and then they need somebody like that, like when I was on 90210, I had to be able to rollerblade, and I also had to have my own rollerblades. So when I was on 90210, they just had me come to set with my own rollerblades. Same thing with anything. The more you have, if you have suits and ties, they give you like an extra $100 for any of the shows you have to be on. You got to wear your suit and tie. And, I had different construction equipment, construction boots. When you have all that extra stuff where you can kind of like dress up in a character and you could bring your own shit to set, it gets you booked so much easier. Cause a lot of times they'll say, if you have this, it makes it better. And then when you call the casting guy back, be like, look, not only do that, I can rollerblade, but I got my own rollerblades. I got my own pads. So, oh yeah, I still do it. I got my juggling balls and devil sticks under here. I'll show you here in a second if you want. I could do 3 balls really good. I could do, like, 3 different patterns with 3 balls. I could do 1 pattern with 4 balls. I could do quite a bit of devil sticks. I'll do some quick juggling real quick. Let me do this dab real quick. Loaded balls, roll, don't roll, let's turn on your I could also do that thing, where you spin a pencil around your finger. That's another one. I was on set, and they did a close-up of me just spinning a pencil around my finger. Get your nails out, load your bowls, roll your joints, roll bunch, turn on your vaporizers, pour your beers, pour your shots, get your dabs ready. Yeah, you should have seen my headshot list had everything I could do. So you always got to put everything you could do. Here we go, guys.
Push the sun through, don't let the mood intrude. Up a race, hit it like nude, no it was here. No worries here. Is the door.
All right, let's do some juggling double stick real quick and get our game on. It is 7:14 a.m. All right. Oh, here's the thing. I can also do that around my thumb. I can do it with a lighter too. So I always had it with my lighter too. So I could do this with a pencil or a lighter. So this was one of my other tricks was spinning something around your thumb. All right, now let's see. Let's see if we can get the juggling in real quick. All right, let's try. Here's I'm a little rusty with 4, but I still got the devils. Ugh, little rusty, but I mean, I don't do it all the day. I practice as much as I normally do. I used to have juggling clubs, and I'd practice in one of my labs, and my lab got raided. They took my juggling clubs. Um, One of my other buddies, we used to unicycle and juggle together. I couldn't unicycle and juggle. I'd do either one or the other. So we'd unicycle. But he also had juggling clubs, and we were able to do 6 clubs and do passes. So that was about the best I ever got with juggling. Was yeah, I play Rocket League. People hate it when I play it because I'm not as good as all my other games I play, but I got it on here. All right, let's try to get some games on. If you want, I'll play your Rocket League someday. I don't have a whole lot of time today, and Paul's on here, so I just want to get some golf on. I don't think I played this one. Paul's trying to cheat again. Got to go back to. Oh no, we're supposed to be on the whites. What are we thinking? All right, there we go. Whites. All right, whites are tips. I love it when they keep changing what the tips are. Tips was always what blue and black, right? White was regular. Red was women's. That was how most of my golf courses read. Red was women, white was regular, blues, and then black was tips. All right, should I do another dab? Well, we got a hole maybe. Doesn't take too long to load. UK 25. I'm excited about this, guys. I've been, finally playing something different. I've been playing fucking Call of Duty for 14 years now.
I'm pleased to welcome you to PGA Tour 2K25. Spoiler alert. Golf is about
Crush
to
a
happen
bit,
right
little
now.
bit, roll
Nice
it
par
up, take a
4 in
hit.
front of us as we
Feeling
kick
it,
things off.
feeling right.
Now let's stripe this drive into the fairway and get on our way. Yeah,
That's how you do it.
All right, interested to see what he has in store for us here.
I know, dude. Welcome to my world playing a game. Oh. I should start out by doing stretches in the morning on our vids. Everybody get up. We all got to do our stretches. Like Walmart or at the beginning of school.
Okay, coming out of the rough here.
Man, that first one got me faded too, dude. I fucking am stoned and zoned. Oosh. Oosh. Those pitches release.
On the first.
That's what always sucks about pitches. God, even that one went too far. Ooh, all right, we'll do another dab here. Try something different, maybe. This is the lemon haze. Again, this one I'm pretty sure is CRC'd out with some fake terps because it is white, white, white. uh, damn, Paul, you rammed that ball past it. Paul's out here practice putting. That's what me and my buddies used to say when we'd play the first hole, and you'd be like 3-putt. Be like, they got a practice screen for that. Man, this one smells like lemon pledge.
No way to sink that one. That's
Right in the middle.
Okay, and that.
All right, got the first skin. Let's try a dab, and then we'll get on to skin number 2. Man, that got my sinuses just all flowing. Using a nectar collector, but she's ripping hard today. Hell yeah. Early bird gets the worm. All right, let's do this. Let me get a little sip of some Dr. Pepper. Little DP. All right, get your nails out. Leaderboard, short and vaporize. Pour shots. Get your nectar collectors ready. Hell yeah. I just pulled out a clean rig too myself. Like usually these rigs, you'll see me using them for about 2 days. So within I don't know, a couple weeks, you'll probably see me go through all my rigs. Coming up on, I just missed 710. I just realized it. Do it. I just realized I missed 710. Wah, wah, wah. Yeah, exactly. Hey, that's what I do. That's why I like having Team Faded in my name. That way, if I beat them, they can know a stoner beat them. And then if I lose, they just, they just beat a stoner. It ain't that impressive. It's a win-win for me. You guys get it. Get your nails out, load your bowl, short, don't much. Turn on your vaporizers, pour your beers, pour your shots. Team Faded. Either we beat you and it sucks for you, or you beat us and it still sucks for you. And the nectars. Get your nectars ready. Pour your nectars. Don't forget that nectar collector. That's one thing. I think I used to have a nectar collector at one point in our vids. We've had a lot of rigs back in the day. Get your nails out. Loaded bowl, short, judge, turn on your vapor. It's pour shots. Here we go.
Close doors, a placebo, or is it beat up slow? I don't wanna go outside. Outside. Maybe you can open the door for me. Baby, can you open the door for me? Maybe you can open the door for me, for me, for me.
Holy shamoles. Let's play another hole. Let's play another hole chit chat. Crushed it.
This one's strictly bound. And he's just about ready to tee off. Let's see how he does.
Yeah, Paul, I listen to that song and I always think about what Ryan's thinking. Maybe you can open the... Is he just tired of opening the doors for girls? Or is he talking about just getting outside in general? Like, you know, somebody who's like a recluse. I was thinking it could be one of the two. Look at you and me, Paul. We're walking buddies.
And from here, he is looking at around 205 yards to the pin.
Oh, I see, Paul. All good. That sucks. I had the same issue. I had the same issue with my old PlayStation. My PlayStation 4 or whatever. The other one, and then right before I got the new one, I couldn't play Call of Duty even. I'd turn on it and I'd start Call of Duty up and it would say error, error, and it wouldn't ever play it. I restarted that thing, deleted everything, and still wouldn't ever play Call of Duty for some reason. Shido said something, maybe it's my RAM or something. I don't know. That's a good shot. Paul's plays like me. If we can't put the ball right next to the hole, we're going to have trouble. All right. Why does it keep giving me this weird angle? I don't want to be on this one. All right, a 6 is going to release a little too, so should get in the hole, baby.
Good work there. Great shot on the approach. And he's got this.
Dude, I'm the same way. That's exactly what was happening to mine. Mine kept throwing up that error. I literally I did a complete restart on my entire PS4. Complete restarted everything, deleted everything, downloaded it, and then I would download it, it would say error when downloading or error downloading. And then when I finally did get it downloaded, I tried to play it. It said error and kick me.
Here we
and
go. You need this putt to carry the hole.
That's when I just said, fuck it. I got a new PS5. See, Paul, that's the kind of putt I like to do. Those simple.
Carry the hole over and stack those skins up. Maybe next hole you can catch.
Yeah, exactly what mine. That's crazy. I didn't even know an Xbox did it. Shido said it was because mine was a PlayStation. Because he goes, my Xbox never has issues like that. Well, I'm glad to hear you said yours was an Xbox that did the same shit. Shido goes, yours sucks. You messed up your RAM or something. I don't know what he kept saying. Whatever. Oh, I know it ain't working. Flood the chat, pad the discords, fuck up your old Xbox and PlayStation. Well, you know what it is, and what Shido was kind of saying, it kind of made sense, is every time they updated and got a new Call of Duty and a new Call of Duty, it seemed like you had to get a new system because it wasn't able to play it or something. You know, it was like too much whatever. Which is bullshit.
Oh my goodness, just absolutely strike.
Yeah.
And let's see how he
I
does
feel you.
on this hole.
I had it back at the other on my TV. I had it hooked up on my big 72. And now that I got the gaming and streaming set up, I moved it over here. Yep, that was exactly what mine was doing. And when I did download it and I was able to
Go
play,
with
it would
his
still error
second
out or it would
shot.
kick me. It would like keep kicking me out of the game or something. I forget. It was such a bitch, and I don't know. It's a bullshit. Because like I said, I did everything. I deleted everything. I did a complete factory reset, and it still wouldn't work. And I wouldn't download any other game except for the Call of Duty, and it still wouldn't work. Well, I still got it over there. And if I do a factory reset, if you plug it in, it looks like brand new. So I don't know if maybe other games might work on it. And I know the new Call of Duties don't. So I don't know. I mean, I'd feel bad selling it to somebody. So I just have it basically sitting over
We
here.
are about 140 yards out.
I also don't want to give it to somebody and be like it's broke when it really isn't that broke. And the guy just then flips it and ruins somebody else's day either. You know what I mean? So if I give it to somebody else, then they'll be like, I'll be like, it's broke. And he's like, okay, here's $10. And then that dude sells it to somebody for saying it's not broke or something. I don't know. All right, let's bounce it in.
Really well judged approach there.
Look at that gold shirt Paul's
This
got.
one's about 7 feet away.
It looks, man, can you imagine getting hot and sweaty in like a satin gold shirt? Ah, shit. I'll do a dab after this one.
And you need this putt if you want to tie your opponent here.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That's a that's a lot of break.
Right.
I should have hit it harder and just tried to take the break out. What was I
Leader is on the
thinking?
board with 2 skins.
See, those are the small things, Paul, I used to get good at, especially with putting. Like, sometimes with those short putts and they have a lot of break, you can just go a little straighter and then just a little harder and just power through the fucking break. I used to do shit like that back in the day when I played like Tiger Woods 05. You got those small, simple things like that for those little putts. I used to make those all the time. But also getting our character a little better at golf will help too. Oh yeah, it's dab time, I said. I'm just sitting here watching sexy gold flannel guy. Oh, sweet Paul. Yeah, exactly. Those little simple things helped so much. Because like I said, for those little shots like that, I remember I used to power through the brakes a lot back in the day. Hit a little straighter and then just a little harder. Because you can it's such a short putt. All right, some blackberry here, 734. And my nose is all clogged up. Yeah, it's dab time. Ooh, we almost made a hole in one. That was a close shot. That would have sucked. You made a hole in one. Oh, it's coming back. No, make a hole in one right when I turned it off the screen. Dab time. It is Sunday. The birds are chirping. Get your nails hot. Load your bowls. Roll your joints. Roll much. Turn on your vaporizers. Pour your beers. Pour your shots. We got the T Schmitty out for some dabs. We got the 2K25. Me and Paul's playing. How you doing, David? We got White Lotus tonight. I'm excited. For those of you guys who don't watch it, check out White Lotus on Max. Great fucking show. We're on season 3. Also started watching Righteous Gems too, which is really good. Paul, once we start hitting the balls out of bounds, we're gonna know we're in trouble. playing like real golf. You start whiffing at it, duff it off the tee. Be like, that's real golf. What the fuck? uh, start yelling four. They have to add a four button for you plowing it into the crowd. Four, douche, hit somebody in the crowd. You got to then walk over to them and sign a golf glove and hand it to them. It gets real. After the round's up, you get a letter from your lawyer. You're being sued. Now, this would be like, these games suck. You don't get a golf for a while because now you have to go to court. No, just kidding. Wouldn't that be hilarious? This is going to be the future in video games. You ain't going to get to play real video games. It's just going to be real. You got to actually drive to the golf course, drive home, take care of your family. Yeah, I know exactly. Yeah, start throwing your golf club, break them over your knee. You know, remember they used to have what was that old football game that did it? NFL Blitz and shit like that. They need to do that. They had a golf game similar to that back in the day. I forget what it was called. But you were like a big guy or a girl with like tits in her bikini and shit, and you could get a little crazy with that game. That'd be fun. Put in a code, you could do it. Run over there and just start beating fans like fucking Grand Theft Auto. You hit a bad shot, you go hit your caddy. Again, I hope this Happy Gilmore fucking's better than what they're saying in the early reviews. But I called it. Get your nails out, load your bowls, roll down turbulence, turn on your vaporizers, pour your beers, pour your shots. I haven't even talked to Justin yet to tell him about that. So he's going to be like, that sucks. Yeah, we were just saying the early reviews are bad. I was saying when I first saw it that Adam Sandler's phoning it in. He's not doing the Happy Gilmore. He's just doing Adam Sandler playing Happy Gilmore. All right, get your nails out, load your bows, sorry, George, sorry, bunch. Here we go, guys. Holy shit. That one. That one tastes like skunk. Just wait until the new GTA. Oh, I know. Just wait until the new GTA comes out. We'll be up. I know. Well, I'm excited for that. Justin's excited for that. Here's my question. Do you think Justin's going to get a fucking, even a PlayStation before the GTA 5 comes out?
Well, that'll play pin high for us. Here's a look at birdie. I think this one's going to go a bit to the left. Right by. All right, and this putt for the skin. Looks like this one will break a bit to the left.
Gave me an opportunity here. It comes once in a lifetime. You better. That should be in the hole.
Looking good. Oh, you like that one, don't you?
I like that one. Tied it up.
All right, and fresh new skin.
Who's going to be the new Bob Barker? Well, that's the thing. It didn't look like he had that kind of attitude even. He didn't, you know, I don't know. I'll be shocked if he does anything like that. He's like a goody-goody in this one.
Look at that thing fly. Just screaming. Okay, he
Because I mean,
appears to be
you
ready
know,
to
the thing
roll
is
on
like I
this one.
said,
Let's see how this tee shot
Ben
goes.
Stiller even came in. He's coming in it. He got his handlebar mustache out for his role. Everybody seems to be doing their roles. Adam Sandler doesn't even shave his fucking beard. He fucking even was kind of making fun of his own bust. You know, he's supposed to be at the, you know, the Masters or whatever they call it, the
Caught the
Golden.
down slope. Let's see if
And
this
he
one
doesn't,
runs
you
out
know, he's like
further.
making fun of himself. Like, who's this guy? I don't know. I felt like he took all the weirdness and craziness out of the character, out of him. He's been in too many serious movies, and I think he doesn't know how to get it back.
Let's see what he does here. He's got around 245 yards
I
to
haven't
go.
seen the movie. I literally only seen a 2-minute trailer, but evidently the guys who have seen it are saying it's that bad. So we'll see. But yeah, over under Justin getting a PlayStation before GTA, the new GTA comes out. Yeah, I know. I mean, he did some good serious movies on Netflix. Uncut Gems was good. You know, a funny movie I was telling people, I don't know if you've seen it. It came out like two years ago, 2 or 3 years ago. I think it was right at the beginning of COVID. It was in Halloween. It was Hubie's Halloween.
245 to the pin.
So go check out Hubie's Halloween, guys. That's a great Halloween movie. It was pretty funny. I don't know if he was funny, but it was a funny movie. Yeah, I was gonna say that was a good movie. That movie, he had a lot of his old friends in it, and what the twists and turns, and then the ending. The ending of that was a fucking amazing ending. I thought that movie was a good movie. I actually watched it again this last Halloween. It's like my new Halloween movie. I prefer that over Hocus Pocus.
Oh, it's going right by the hole.
But yeah, that was probably the only funny one.
8 feet from the cup. It looks like this one's breaking to the left.
Yeah, filthies. Cheers. We're out here getting our golf on, getting high. Nobody's out on the golf course complaining.
Well, this one's looking good.
Oh, well, I definitely like Mike Myers and Halloween.
Oh, this could go.
You know what was funny?
Oh,
Do you
come on.
remember?
Somehow it doesn't go
Well, my
right.
brother, me, we were both
He'll get
horror
a
fans.
skin,
We liked obviously
drops
Chucky,
this.
but he was a big Freddy
Looks like
fan. He
it's
loved all the
breaking to
Friday
the
the
left.
13th or Nightmare on Elm Streets, and I like, you know, I like Jason. I like Friday the 13th. But for Halloween movies, those were good. One of the, what was it? The second movie?
And the putt drops
Good putt.
for eagle.
Good putt, Paul.
And 3
What was it?
skins
The
in our
second
leaderboard
Halloween movie was the
currently.
one where the kid had to put the mask on. He put on a Halloween mask and it like killed the kids. And there was no Michael Myers. It was either the second or the third one.
All right, par 4.
I think it was the second one.
Hole.
That was a crazy one. That was one. I remember I watched the first or second one, and then it's like, where's Michael Myers? And there's no Michael Myers in the whole fucking movie. You know, me and my brother's thinking that the kid's going to turn into Michael Myers when he puts the mask on. And then you just come to find out it's like these masks at a store killing kids. It was so weird and off fucking movie. Should have been named something else. Mike Myers. Good old Mike Myers, the guy from Austin Powers.
Oh, needs to hold on to the fairway. Might be dangerous.
Michael Myers and Mike Myers.
Okay, and that one just sneaks into that.
Yeah, that was a crazy
of
one
rough.
though. I remember that as a
All right,
kid.
let her
Even me and my
fly.
brother's
Let's see
like,
it.
how are they gonna get because we like the slasher, you know, the big guy killing people. We were like, where's this gonna happen? It never happened. Oh, dinner was great. Everybody loved it. Ate it all. Yeah, I made chicken fettuccine Alfredo with some Italian bread. Came out great. Crushed it. They should do a. They need to do.
He's getting ready
They
to
should do
fire
a
away
skit on
with
Saturday
second
Night Live
shots.
where Michael Myers meets Mike Myers, and you come to find out that they're long lost brothers or something. It writes itself. Or somebody gets the wrong Mike Myers. He's like, we're gonna do another Austin Powers. We got Michael Myers, and then Michael Myers shows up and like, you got the wrong Mike Myers. Where's Shido at? His house? uh, ooh. Run, get a run. I get a run.
Here's our second shot on this sixth hole.
He might come tonight. I don't know. He's got a lot. He's pretty busy right now, so we'll see. I'm letting him do his thing.
Oh my goodness, is this gonna drop? He's got a very long putt in his future here. Let's see what he does.
Yeah, I guess you know he's going to be having a move here soon. He's also got the coffee. He's setting up this coffee catering, and then you know he's still working at Extractor Depot. He's got the grow growing. He's got a lot going on. Thank you. Well, I was close enough to flop it. I hate pitch shots. Any pitch shot and chip shot they release, and even with a lot of backspin, they just release a lot. So I like flop shots if I can do it, but you got to be at a good distance to do a flop shot. I like either a regular shot or a flop shot. Both of those I can usually spin them back or stick them. Pitch shots, chip shots release a lot always.
Not a bad result from that distance. And if he sinks this, it'll be for par.
Get around. I get around. Getting bugged down, down the same old skin. Oh, look how, man, I did hit that one tight. I don't think I can miss this one if I wanted to.
Tapping in for birdie. Well done.
All right. Maybe do a dab.
Okay, we have a new
Dab
skin
time?
up for grabs on this hole. Let's get down there, see what happens.
Let's do a quick dab. I'm going to get some butane in here because I was getting a little low. I noticed that last. All right. I'm going to keep doing this blackberry here. Little deuce coupe, you don't know what I got. I remember when I first got my first Eagle Talon, I got it going real quick. I used to always had Little Deuce Coupe playing because I had such a big turbo and everything souped up in it. Most people thought it was a slow car. Most people didn't even know what it was. The Eagle Talon TSI all-wheel drive. That car was fucking fast. Little Deuce Coupe, you don't know what I got. Little Deuce Coupe. I'm not bragging, baby, don't please me. It's funny though. I kept blowing engines. I had timing belt issues, so I kept selling. I ended up with like 1990 Eagle Talon TSI all-wheel drives, and I remember the last one. I ended up when I sold it. I had a nice CD player and stuff in it, and it had a Cisco's Thong Song CD in there. All right, bud. Catch you later, bud. Thanks for coming on. Stay high, stay faded. I'll be here, man. Lady Bulls, Roy, don't throw much. Turn on your vaporizers. Pour your beers. Pour your shots. Get your dabs ready. All right. All right. All right, guys. Load your bowl, short, turn on your vaporizers, pour your beers, pour your shots, get your dabs ready, whatever you want to do. Let's do this.
Push the sun through, don't let the mood intrude. Let the rays hit like nude, know it was here.
All right, Paul, I got to get off here. I got to take care of some things. Alex, I'll try to get back on here in a little bit, buddy. I just got some stuff to take care of this morning, but I'll try to be back here, guys. So stay high, stay faded, and I'll see you soon, guys. Peace.